Okay, so Dying Light 2, one of the most anticipated sequels of the last decade. The follow-up to Dying Light, which was the follow-up of Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide. All phenomenal games in their own rights. The original Dying Light launched in 2015. Fast forward 7 years later and we finally arrive at February 2022.
I can't believe this game came out this year. What the fuck?
The developers at Techland had been hyping the game up. The fans of Dying Light had been hyping themselves up. And I, myself, had been getting quietly excited to dive back into the Dying Light universe. But I found myself underwhelmed. Now, I'm not one of those insane people that overhype everything and just get constantly let down. But Dying Light 2 just felt meh. I don't mean to say it was an awful experience or anything like that. I just didn't find myself as enthralled as I was with the first game. That being said, I always intended to come back to Dying Light 2 and give it a red hot crack. The year is 2036.
Like, in the game, not real life. Although, if you blink, we'll probably fucking be there.
We begin our story by running for our lives. One absolutely insane jump later, and we're safe. And my god, take a look at that view. We meet up with our buddy Spike. He shows us how to make use of the land by picking flowers and, provoking the local bee population. We reach a big house and have a look around. There's a newspaper sitting on a table which tells us that this game is happening 5 years after the events of the first. Also, a major throwback to Dead Island is sitting in a record player.
Hoodoo you voodoo. Sounds familiar.
Yes, my boy, Sam B. This means the universes are connected, yes? Yes? Yes. After scrounging around for little pieces of this and that, Spike hands us our first weapon of the game, a baseball bat. Iconic. It's not a zombie game without a baseball bat. It's just scientific fact. One cannot exist without the other. We sit, enjoy ourselves an out-of-date beer, and Spike tells us that he's found the guy we're looking for. He's waiting for us to get in contact. That cute little Far Cry tower
Radio tower
in the distance is where we're headed. I need to get on the frequency 140.200 megahertz at dawn. So, off we go. Holy crap. I mean, that view is just something... Oh, look, it's two giant pits straight to hell. I'm a bit of a daredevil and decide to take the plunge right into the water below. I reach land. The pits to hell are gone. And we get in a fight with our very first zombie. Right off the baseball bat, the combat does not feel great. It's not the worst, but it doesn't feel as responsive as it should. It doesn't feel weighty, if that makes sense. Maybe it's because this is a starting weapon. Maybe it does feel good and I'm just weird. I'm not too sure. We make our way through the bushland, scavenging flowers and honey and breaking some zombie heads open. They're also dropping treats, which I assume is part of a Halloween event or something. Pretty neat. Anyways, we arrive at a dark tunnel. Look at all those idle zombies. It's like they're hibernating or something. I sneak my way through and continue on. Somewhere along the way, I pick up this sick looking axe, fashioned out of scraps and a stop sign. Honestly, this kind of stuff is so cool to me. Once again, I take my time and enjoy the sights of the land. Like, come on man, that is pretty. We take a zip line, and I feel that this is the perfect time to say the parkour feels good. Unlike the combat, it just feels responsive and snappy and light. It just feels right. It really makes you feel like Jumper Man.
Sorry. I had to do that.
Night falls and we reach the radio tower, which has this cute little building right next to it. And... this special infected zombie is not happy with its current state of life and decides to take out its frustrations on little old me. I put my stop sign axe to use and begin chopping myself off some zombie steaks. Once again, the combat is just not feeling fluid. Something isn't feeling right. I don't know if the original Dying Light had this problem as well, and I just got used to it, but I'm hoping that I eventually get used to it in this game. I kill the zombies, turn on the power, loot some stuff, and get some rest. Whilst I slumber, I dream. And the dream is a flashback to when I was just a little fella. I'm with a girl named Mia, and we get separated. I don't know where we are. All I know is this doctor is stabbing me with a big fuck off needle. That's the scariest part of the game so far. Injections suck. A fire breaks out in the flashback, and I wake up. We tune into the frequency and speak with the mystery man, who informs us that we can find him in the nearby metro system and that he will be able to help us find the doctor that just happened to show up in our dream. I leave my safe house and find myself at a church with a very respectful message written in blood on the wall. I then take another plunge into the water. There are just zombies everywhere, and I decide to take the fight to them. I figure the stop sign axe can do some good dismemberment damage, so I start swinging at legs. And oh yes, it dismembers alright. Again, the combat is just, it's not feeling satisfying. I think it doesn't feel satisfying. So I don't bother killing all of the zombies. Instead, I beeline straight for the metro tunnels. We get inside and it's gory. I mean, really gory. We hit a locked door and the man from the radio barges in, saves the day, drags us to safety. Unfortunately, the volatile bit me and I am now on the ground and struggling to stay human.
just like the title.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the first hour of Dying Light 2.